And good evening, everyone, from inside Alumni Coliseum here in the women's basketball offices in the heart of Richmond, Kentucky. I'm Robert Sampson of the Colonel Club, and we welcome you to our very first virtual meet and greet for EKU women's basketball. Excited to have members of the Fastbreak Club with us tonight, members of the Colonel Club joining us tonight on both Facebook Live and streaming live on YouTube. Really excited that so many of you can join us tonight to celebrate the start of this 2020-2021 season. Your support for the Fastbreak Club is so important. It provides unique experiences, puts our team in the best position for travel accommodations, and the ability to attract and recruit the best possible young women to attend our great institution. We appreciate all the basketball enthusiasts supporting the program here at EKU. Your membership provides unique opportunities. And so excited as this program continues to move forward, building a championship program, and we couldn't do that without your support. The Fastbreak Club is an extension of the Colonel Club, whose overall purpose is to impact our student athletes through the funding of student athlete scholarships and making sure we open opportunity to student athletes. Additionally, your support in the stands is always important. Limited tickets are available through EKUSports.com for the remainder of this season. And they will be released throughout the year on a game-by-game basis as we continue to analyze the schedule and see where those things go. With all the fine print in place, though, it's time to welcome in the head coach of the Colonels, Samantha Williams, the one leading this growth of women's basketball here at EKU.
From McBrayer Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University in downtown Richmond.
In her first year as the head coach of the EKU women's basketball team, Sam Williams guided the Colonels to the fourth best turnaround in Division I basketball.
I've been very, very blessed to have been a part of some very special programs. Now, I've been to a national championship game. I've been to 2 Final Fours.
I would like to talk about Sam Williams. She's going to do a really good job. She's got a very good basketball mind.
We're going to find out early on what we're made of.
Well, it all starts on November 25th.
It's going to take us rolling up our sleeves and doing whatever it takes to get it done.
We know what we have, and we're going to play for us.
Coach, we'd like to welcome you in, and before we really get rolling here, just want to give you the chance to share a few welcoming comments with the fans gathered here today or watching the replay later on.
Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this. We really are. It's unfortunate that we're not able to meet face to face, and so we came up with what can we do to try and still extend a welcome out to our fans, and we said, hey, we'll try to reach out virtually, and that's what we're doing. So I just want to thank everyone for following us this season. It's going to be a roller coaster of a season, but I want to thank everyone for their support near and far.
We had a few of those fans in attendance a few weeks ago when we had the shoot-a-thon here in the Coliseum, a big engine of support for the program through that event as well, and we appreciate all the fans joining us for that event as well. You had the chance to play in 2 really iconic venues already this season against 2 elite programs on the road. Big challenges. What did you learn about this team playing in those 2 cathedrals of this game against such great elite teams?
Well, I found out that our kids do love to compete. That's something that since I've arrived here at EKU, I want all my teams to just go in and compete. I expect to win, but first and foremost, we're going to compete. And so, that's just something that I've learned about our team. They are willing to come in and compete. And, we got thrown in the fire pretty early, and they've, we're getting better every practice and, just going to continue to move forward.
Coach, tell me a little bit about how this team is different than the one that last year made one of the biggest turnarounds in all of women's college basketball.
Well, this year, our kids, they're hungry. Not that last year they weren't, but, I've got kids coming in with a little chip on their shoulder. They're excited to play basketball. We've got a young group of ladies that just love to play basketball. And I think by the time it's all said and done, you're going to see continuous growth with this year's team, and I'm very, very excited about that.
Coach, we've got our first question from a fan coming in, and Ron Jackson would like to know, how long does it take you to create these TikTok videos that you do?
Well, that came about as a result of the quarantine. We, just not being able to recruit or, go and visit. We had to come up with an idea, and I thought, let me check out this TikTok thing. And anybody that knows me knows it's a little bit out of my personality to do that. But, I had a lot of fun with it. Before it was pretty quick, but right now, since we're in the season and we're in practice, it takes me a little bit more time now to come up with something creative.
Ron also asked us, what is your favorite thing to do at EKU besides coaching basketball?
Well, I love talking to the other coaches at EKU. EKU, we're one big family, and all the head coaches at EKU support each other. I get numerous texts from, A.W. Hamilton, and numerous coaches of support throughout, not just during the season, but throughout the year. So I love going and talking to the other coaches, supporting them throughout their season. And I just love the family atmosphere at EKU.
One of the unique things about this season, kind of stepping back a little bit to the TikTok question, is that recruiting is so different this year. And just for the fans that are unaware, right now, student athletes at the high school level cannot come on campus. So you have not seen face-to-face a prospective player since really probably early March, I think, the last time.
And that is correct. And that is a tough situation going into year 2 of trying to rebuild this program, because anybody who knows what this is all about knows the number one thing is recruiting. And you're constantly trying to go find players, have players come to your campus and visit with you and your program to get to know you. And we've not been able to do that. So that's been a little bit of a challenge since March.
And I'll tell you, when April 15th or whenever that date does roll around, there'll be a lot of people impressed when they walk into this offices. Your staff has done an amazing job getting this office updated in just wonderful graphics, a celebration of the greats of this program in the past, the championship success of the past within this program. I know you're really excited about getting that updated and getting a chance to get kids in Alumni Coliseum this year.
Well, first and foremost, I want to make sure that we do pay honor to the past. This program has won multiple conference championships, competed year in, year out. And so I want to make sure that people don't forget about that. And we embrace all from the past that have worn an EKU women's basketball uniform. And, in terms of the office, that we've been able to, through the administration, have the resources to be able to do that, the commitment from the administration to allow us to do that. And then again, you talked about the Fastbreak Club. Those donations directly affect that, and I'm very, very thankful that we've had people support our program.
A long list and a growing list of interest and supporters in this program right now. No question. You talked a little bit about the past, and your past kind of collided here a couple of weeks ago when you got to go back to Louisville. What was that experience like to coach against Jeff in that setting, and really kind of a homecoming for you?
Well, it was an honor. I still go in there expecting to win and compete. I don't go in there thinking, oh, it's just have fun, a little fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the warm welcome from the fans. They make you feel like you're still a part of things. It was good to see some of the recruits that I recruited before I left there and see them doing well. And then just to see the staff who, I was there for 8 years, and that's a long time to grind and, help continue to build the program from what Coach Walls has already done. So it was really good just to get back and basically see family.
A couple of Final Four appearances for you as part of that family. So no question, the credentials that will continue to take this program forward. One final question from Instagram we have. What's the one thing your team needs to work on the most right now to continue to improve this year?
Defense. Defense. We gave up, and I know they're very good teams, but we gave up 100 points at Indiana and 101 against Louisville. And it's one of the things that we want to be a better offensive team than we were last year, but that can't be at the detriment of our defense. And so that's something we've really been focusing on. And so defense and rebounding are what we're really focusing on and trying to get better at with young kids right now.
Coach, we know throughout the season we'll visit with you more and have a chance to have the fans ask some more questions throughout the year. Also on our Colonel Club emails going out, they'll have a chance to get an exclusive behind the look at pregame warmups if they can't be here in the arena, and some other exclusive opportunities that those fans will receive throughout the year. So I know we'll be excited to speak with you at those times. Coach, thanks for joining us today. We're going to head over and talk to a couple of the players now. We welcome in 4 of those players who this year hope to help EKU level up this season. They all join us here on the virtual meet and greet for Fastbreak Club and Colonel Club members, Amira Steele, Clara Rossini, Bria Bass, and Emma Hacker.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. Them old mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's new news. I done did that before. I turned into something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action. You just don't see coming. I just keep elevating. No losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings. I turned that into money. They gotta never settle.
Amira Steele is our first guest this evening, and we will remind everybody, though, feel free to ask your questions in the comments section. Coach Sam can come back and answer a few of those questions as well if you have one for her. But Amira, you've led this team in scoring early on this season and in these first 2 early games. Tell the fans about embracing that role early on here.
Well, I'm really thankful for the opportunity to play at this level. And I'm thankful for Coach Sam and my teammates instilling their trust in me to perform for my team.
When you look at the chance to represent the state of Kentucky, you're close to here. What does it mean to put that uniform and play for an in-state school like this?
It's actually really special to me because, I'm definitely a hometown girl, and my dad went here, my grandparents went here, and my grandpa helped build the football stadium. So, it feels good to follow in their footsteps.
A long tradition here at EKU for your family, and a South Laurel High School native with a 27-6 record in your last year, and you got to play in the state tournament. What was that like for you?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. That was one of the most special experiences I'll ever have, I think.
When you look at this team right now, what excites you the most about what's going on with this program right now?
Probably how close our team is. For teams to succeed, I feel like they have to have a really good chemistry, and I feel like our team by the day is just getting closer and closer.
And definitely in a year of ups and downs, that gets tested. So a tight team community is so important. We're going to have one of your teammates come on in and join us as well. Clara Rossini joins us as well. Amira, what's the best thing about Clara's game?
The best thing?
Uh-huh.
She's really aggressive, and she's really physical. She loves rebounding, really.
Okay, Clara, you had a big dream of growing up to come play college basketball here in the United States. What brought that dream about for you, and what's it been like starting to get to live out that dream?
So, as you said, playing college basketball has always been my dream since I was a child. So finally being here and being able to play is just crazy, and I'm so excited for this season. So I've been playing basketball since I was 5 years old, and the love for the game just keep growing since that day. And I wanted to take my game to the next level, and United States just seemed the best place to do it.
Was it pretty cool getting to play in the big arena in Louisville and Indiana right away?
Yeah, I was not used to this kind of gyms and courts. It really looks crazy what I'm used to.
And tell me a little bit about your major. What academic venture are you taking here at EKU?
Okay, so my major right now is physics, but like I want to study astrophysics. It all started in high school. I was always interested in science, and also like I was really good in math, and I just started becoming really interested in physics. And I just understand that is what I wanted to study. So that's it.
And have you gotten to take any classes already towards your major? Or are you still taking a couple of those prerequisites?
Now I'm doing like some classes that don't really have to do with that, more like chemistry. But I did take some class about like math. And next semester I'm gonna start physics and computer science. So I'm really excited about that too.
Well, we know grades coming in this week. We hope that was off to a good start for you, and wish you well as you head into the spring semester here in about a month and a half. But before then, a few more games. So we'll continue that basketball schedule. A lot of practicing right now. Are you ready for the challenges of just playing basketball and no school for the next few weeks?
Yeah, I'm ready. It's tough, but like it's exciting to me. I want to keep working. The whole team want to do it, so we really got this.
A lot of fans watching today that are excited to get in this gym and see you for the first time in a few weeks. So I know that on everybody's mind. We're going to go in and add another player to our conversation. Bria Bass will join us here. There is Bria. Welcome to the show. Bria, tell me about buying into Coach Sam's philosophy when she arrived here.
When Coach Sam arrived here and I talked to her and met with her and learned her philosophy and everything, it was different from my first 2 years, of course. So I just felt like last year was that adjusting period because she was so big on defense. So it was like I felt like I kind of had to take steps backwards and focus more on my game and like becoming a lockdown defender. Like I already was a good defender, but it could have been better, which I feel like it did get better, and it's continuing to get better. But as far as buying into her program, I love it. I love how she coaches. I love her philosophy. She loves to run in transition, get as many shots up as possible, send as many rebounders to the basket as possible so we can have second chance opportunities. And she loves to play aggressive. And I consider myself an underlying aggressive person, so I love it.
Wait, did you your aggressiveness, did you enjoy getting to go after some of the top players in the country over the last couple of weeks with that aggressiveness?
Yes, I did. I loved it. It was like intense, but it was a good intense, and it actually showed us like what we're made of, and like actually watching the game and playing in it. This season is going to be special with this group of girls that we do have because we have so much room to grow and we're growing every day. So I'm excited for the fans to see us make it to the OVC tournament.
I know they're excited to get in here in the gym soon. When you look at this team, you are now one of those veteran leaders, and we've already talked to a couple of the younger players on the team. What has been important for you to do to take the reins and take those young teammates under your wings and really help move this program forward?
I think for me, being calm, like that calm presence, because it's like, well, if Bria's freaking out, she's supposed to be like one of our senior leaders, then like who's to say that I shouldn't freak out? And I think a big thing was adjusting to them and learning literally every one of them have a different personality. So picking up on their tendencies and learning like when to talk to them, like when I can say this to Mira or Clara or Coriana, or like when to back off. So just learning that balance and like not necessarily like yelling at them saying you should be doing this and that, but going up to them and like explaining so they can understand and envision it and see what I'm talking about. And then they execute it. And I'm like, my babies, like I'm so proud. But it's been good and I like it.
Aggressive and calm at the same time.
Yes.
Very good traits to lead this EKU women's basketball program. We're going to bring in one of your teammates to close out our player session, Emma Hacker and Bria. Let's bring Bria back in real quick. Bria, tell me what your favorite trait of Emma is on the court.
Emma is a shooter. I love that Emma finally is letting it go, no matter if a defender is there or not. I've been begging her to do this for the past year, and she's finally decided to do it. And Emma plays hard, like really, really hard.
Well, let's get Emma on here. There she is. I think your teammate just spoke of it, but you've become a three-point threat, and I am told that back in your high school days that was not the case. What has happened to allow you to evolve as a player and become such a good three-point threat?
Yeah, so in high school, I didn't really shoot the three that much. I didn't look to shoot it. But thankfully, my dad kind of taught me like a good foundation to shooting, and I felt like I had a good form. So really, just the evolution for me from high school to college is just learning that three-point shot and being more comfortable with the deep range. And so really it was just learning about being more comfortable beyond the arc and knowing when to shoot it and knowing when not.
Taking on a bigger role this year after appearing in 12 games last season, what has that transition been like for you as you've embraced a little bit bigger role with the team?
Yeah, definitely it's a different role. I feel like one of the biggest things is just being a returner. We have a really young team and a lot of new players, so it's definitely important for me to kind of step up to that returner position and kind of be more of a leader to my teammates, not only on the court but off the court with like academics or anything that no freshman or anyone needs.
And the other day we had to have a game canceled, which I think may have been one that was maybe a little more circled on your calendar for you and those back home. Are you excited to head to Morehead State in a couple of weeks here, being that one's close to your original stomping grounds?
Definitely. I'm from the 16th region, which is Morehead and Round County, and I literally live only 30 minutes away. So going back to Morehead is definitely one of like my dreams because I grew up playing in Morehead at the region tournament. So I'm excited to go back to Morehead, and especially after our last season, we won both contests.
We've got a couple of questions from the fans coming in, and I think we're going to add a couple players back in here too and get a few of you on at once here. Ron Jackson has asked, and we'll ask this of Amira and Emma first. What has been the most difficult thing to adjust to so far this season? Amira, why don't you start?
I think the biggest thing to adjust to is the physicality of the game, and the speed. Like in high school, I was always I wasn't short. Here, I'm short. I'm a short player, but I definitely had to adjust. But I think it's getting better.
Emma?
I would just say probably the difference between last season and this season is just like dealing with the pandemic and all the protocols, just all the COVID protocols and everything. But it's definitely, we're learning every day, so it's good.
Let's bring the rest of our players back in real quick. One more question from the fans. We'll get Clara back in there and Bria. We've got everybody now. And we'll ask this question of everybody in the call. We'll start with Bria. Who has the best sense of humor on the team?
The best sense of humor? I feel like all of us have our own sense of humor in our own way, and we just piggyback off each other. But the best sense of humor would have to be either Jayla or Coriana. It's hard to pick between the two because they're kind of like one and the same person. It's crazy.
What about Clara?
Yeah, I agree with Bria. Just Corey and Jayla together, they're just so funny.
Emma, are you falling in line, or you got somebody else to bring up?
I would agree with what they said. They're pretty funny. They're a good duo.
And Amira?
I definitely agree. Like Jayla and Corey, they just constantly keep us laughing.
Oh, we do have one more question coming in. Grant Stepp has asked, who is the best dancer? Bria looks like he's got an answer.
Okay, see, it's not a best, but it would have to be between Amira and Coriana. Like, those are the two dance machines on the team. Like, not if it's music, they're dancing.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate everybody taking the time to join us today. Amira Steele, Clara Rossini, Bria Bass, and Emma Hacker. We're going to close with Coach Sam here in just a moment, but before we do that, we want to take a look at something you would have seen over the weekend if you had been here in Alumni Coliseum. Unfortunately, none of us were. But when you return, you will see the team intro video, and we're going to show you an exclusive look at that right now.
I've been very, very blessed to have been a part of some very special programs. We're going to find out early on what we're made of.
Something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming.
It's gonna take us rolling up our sleeves and doing whatever it takes to get it done.
Let the games begin.
We know what we have, and we're going to play for it.
I got something to prove, all in, nothing to lose. I was born for this, from day one I wanted it. We come too far to quit, ain't no stopping it. I was born for this, from day one I wanted it. We come too far to quit, ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it, ain't no stopping it, ain't no stopping it. Let the games begin.
We'll bring the head coach back in, Samantha Williams. And Coach, I was in the gym the other day when the team saw the video for the first time. I think they were a little hyped the other day.
First time seeing it, and so I want to go play right now. Okay, well done, very well done.
I think we're all ready to see this team in action, and we know that'll be happening real soon. Coach, one more question before we get out of here. And we have a great roster of international players on this team, and that's been a focus for you. It's important as you look forward in recruiting as well. Just tell us a little bit about the importance of bringing this team together, a very diverse team of diverse backgrounds, and what that means for the future of this program.
Well, we certainly, we just don't go and look for international players only. We're going out and trying to find the best players who fit our system, our program, regardless of where they are. And for me, diversity is important. I want not just good basketball players, but I want good people. I've been a part of teams that had multiple All-Americans, the chemistry not be as good, and that team didn't perform as well. I've also been on teams that were not quite as talented on paper, but the chemistry was very good, and we were able to overtake some more talented teams because of the strength of our chemistry. And so that's what I preach to the team, is to be there for each other, have each other's back, and chemistry for me is very, very important.
Without question, this team has a lot of fun. I've been down the halls up and down here. We see them every day in the offices. I know they're excited about the season, ready to get going in front of the home crowd very soon, and we'll continue to update people on those schedules. But myself, as a member of the Colonel Club, we're here to serve all of you watching in any way possible. Our loyal, dedicated fans, please reach out to us if we can be of service to you in any way. Special thanks to Coach for joining us today, Lindsay Hieronymus, David Miller, and Corey Rush for their help in making this event happen today. Folks, we'll see you soon in Alumni Coliseum. Good night, everyone, and go Big E.
Thank you.